Amen.
Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let me get Mr. Miller on the phone if you don't mind.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Miller, we're about to start the meeting. Got you on speakerphone.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Man, first consideration, minutes from January meeting.
I move the minutes be approved as written.
Second. Been moved and properly seconded that the minutes be approved. Ready to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. Miller, that was approval of the January 14th, 2021 minutes.
I wish there was a way we could get him to listen.
This time we move to open the public hearing.
I move we open the public hearing.
Second.
Been moved and properly second.
Scott,
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
What is?
Yes, sir, Mr. Miller.
I don't know the live stream
It may be
activated.
it may be a delay in it, Robert. Just a delay in the live stream. Yeah. 30, 45 second delay probably.
Okay.
All right, first, LFP rezoning, represented.
We have a limitation on people right now. I don't know. They'll be fine.
Coming in eventually.
Got a meeting.
Is that represented?
Yeah, Scott, we're ready for you.
You ready?
Yes, state your name and who you represent.
One second, sorry about that.
Okay.
This is it, if you see it. Okay, everyone, hello, my name's Scott Shoemaker. I'm here representing the development company in regard to the petition we filed in order to rezone property off of Catlett Road. Within our petition, you can see our preliminary plat, and it is designed to be an R2 community with a minimum lot size of 10,600 square feet. I'm going to give you the plat, so one second.
think we already have this in the packet anyway, just on a smaller size.
Okay, so that's the plat of the proposed neighborhood. So I've got a few words that I need to kind of go over with you, if that's okay. The Madison County Zoning Ordinance, Section 806.03 says, "No amendment to the official zoning map shall be approved unless proposed zoning meets one of the following criteria: that there was a mistake in the original zoning, mistake is a clerical or administrative error, that the character of the neighborhood has changed such to an extent as to justify reclassification, that there is a public need for rezoning." There was not a clerical or administrative error. So we're going to move to the change in character of the neighborhood and public need. So let's discuss that for a moment. The change in character started a while back. Let me show you. First, here's a here's a map of the current circumstances of the area around the subject property. Yeah, Amanda, if you could bring map 1, please. Amanda Polis is going to give you map 1. So here's a list of the current circumstances of the area around the subject property. The areas outlined in blue are PUDs. The areas shaded in pink are zoned R2. The subject property is shaded in black. Also at this time, I'd like to give you a timeline to help illustrate the change in character of the neighborhood in a clear and accurate way. Unfortunately, the printout did not come, so I have one that I can hand you here. With this timeline, if you can just pass it down, I'm going to go through it date by date, but that is a timeline for you. On October 1st, 2019, 28.27 acres was submitted for rezoning from A1 to R2. On November 14th, 2019, Planning and Zoning approved the 28.27 acres to the Board of Supervisors to rezone it to R2, and there were no objections when this happened. On November 18th, 2019, the Board of Supervisors adopted the comprehensive plan. Yes.
The 28 acres that you're talking about is one of these outlined in.
I'm going to show you that in just a second.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so in November 18, 2019, the Board of Supervisors adopted the comprehensive plan. On December 2nd, 2019, the 28.27 acres was approved by the Board of Supervisors. In June of last year, June 11, 2020, the Planning and Zoning recommended a 13.01 acres to be rezoned from an SU1 to an R1. This property is located on Bozeman Payne Circle, approximately 1 mile south of the subject property. Also at that same meeting, the Planning and Zoning recommended that a 17.5 acre tract be rezoned from R1 to R2. And by the way, that was with a 5-0 vote. On July 6, 2020, 13.01 acres was approved by the Board of Supervisors to be rezoned. And on August 17, 2020, the 17.58 acres was approved by the Board of Supervisors to be rezoned to R2, and that was with a 4-1 vote. Now, that current decision is currently under appeal, but that's where we are there. For your convenience, here is a map showing the 2 R2 zoning changes located close to this property. So as you'll see, I have the dates of when they were rezoned, as well as an arrow pointing to where their location is. Here you can see the changes in character to the immediate area since the adoption of the comprehensive plan. The SU to R1 property is not on the map, but it's located approximately 1 mile south. I bring this up because it's another zoning change in the last year in this area since the comprehensive plan. For what it's worth, I spoke to the landowners in regards to that SU1 to R1 zoning. It turns out that that was zoned for a water park years ago. Well, these folks didn't want to build a water park, but instead they wanted to build 3 homes for their 3 families. All of these homes are presently under construction, and this zoning change was never intended to enter the real estate market or become a marketable subdivision. It was just intended for those 3 families. That's 3 different parcels of property in the same area since the comprehensive plan was adopted. 3. That is a change in character of the neighborhood. Also, the reason why this property was given an R1 zoning from an A1 zoning in the first place was explained by Scott Weeks at an earlier meeting. The minutes of this meeting state that zoning administrator Scott Weeks stated that the reason this property had been rezoned from agricultural to residential was due to the change in the law of